It's your first day in a new place. On the doorstep of the police station, you see a very cute talking cat. Welcome to your new workplace, detective. My name is Mr. Gatson. We have heard about your unrivaled experience in investigations. There are not enough people like you in our city. Sit down and make yourself at home. This city is full of secrets and mysteries. Don't worry, we will start with the easiest cases. Case 1. Lucy was walking in the park with her boyfriend Sam when someone quietly approached them and pulled Lucy's pocket watch out of her jacket. She noticed a man running away from her and called the police. There were a few suspects, but they all looked pretty similar, and Lucy could not remember any details about the thief. Can you spot the criminal? Of course. Here is the stolen pocket watch. What do you think, detective? Too easy? Yes, you are a true professional. Turn the page. There's another interesting case. Case 2. There was a robbery at a wealthy person's house. The cook and the gardener are the main suspects. The gardener says, "I was working in the garden when I smelled that something was burning and rushed to call the firefighters." And the cook says, "I spent the whole day cooking and never left the kitchen." Who is lying? There is a completely burned cake. The cook did not pull it out of the oven in time because she was busy somewhere else. Wow! Seems like you're smart enough to move to more complicated cases, detective. You have now been tasked with investigating a real space crime. Let's see how well you can do. Case 3. Some valuable materials have been stolen on board of a spaceship. The whole team was under suspicion. And here's what they said. 1. I was piloting the ship, since the ship at that time was surrounded by asteroids, and I had to be very careful not to crash. 2. I was in the engine room, and I was monitoring the mechanisms. I have no idea who could have stolen the materials. 3. I was preparing dinner and was just mopping the floor because I spilled some water. Who is lying? The third astronaut is lying. It is impossible to spill water in space since there is no gravity there. The next 2 cases are very similar. Show off your abilities, detective. Case 4. A mobile phone was stolen from Martin.
Oh no!
There was some very important information for Martin's work stored on it. Most likely, one of the company's competitors stole the phone in order to get this information. Fortunately, the suspects were detained immediately at the crime scene. They all have phones with them. How do you know if someone is holding someone else's phone? Of course, Martin protects his valuable information with a password. It is enough to ask all the suspects to unlock their phones. And the thief will not be able to do it. Case 5. Here is the victim at the police station. A rich lady with a dog in her arms. A few minutes ago, someone grabbed the phone from her hands while she was walking around the mall. There are 3 suspects with telephones in front of her. The lady is very angry, and she says, "It will be easy to figure out who the robber is if he is not smart enough." And there it is. The thief did not bother to change the wallpaper photo on the main screen of the mobile phone. There is a photo of the dog that the lady is holding in her arms. It seems that for you, detective, these tasks are a piece of cake. Here is the final investigation for today. Case 6. One person rented a car. A little bit later, he called the company he rented the car from and said that the car was stolen. I parked it at the store and went shopping. And when I returned, the car was gone. The car's owner came to the man's house with the police to take down his testimony. There was a very similar car in his yard, but it was a different color. Suddenly, rain began and exposed the criminal. How? He repainted the stolen car. But the paint did not have time to dry and washed off. That was amazing, detective! You have solved all the riddles. But I definitely deserve a pat on the back. Pat diligently, detective. Tomorrow will be a new day, which means new tasks and new riddles.